Open up your brown book, baby. It's for you, it's for us. The fantasies, no one can judge us, no one can judge us. This is for us. Open up your brown book, baby. It's for you, it's for us. Open up your brown book, baby.
Every time I hear this song, I just want to, hey.
Open up your brown book, baby.
Hey y'all, hey, it's your girl Shay Baby, and welcome back to another episode here at the Brown Book Series. Tonight, I have a wonderful young lady. She is a new friend to the show. She's a wonderful. I love her because her mouth is like mine, and I love reading her books because right when I'm about to be like, oh my God, what the hell? Fuck. She writes it in her book, so it's just perfect. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the very first time here at the Brown Book Series. USA Today's best-selling author, Miss Vanessa Vale.
Hi.
Hi, Vanessa. How are you, darling?
I'm good, thanks. How are you?
I'm perfect. I'm wonderful. Now, you look so pretty.
Thank you.
You like one of them like soap opera ladies. Like, you know who you look like? Like, you could be sisters with like Susan Lucci or somebody.
Well, I have very curly hair. And usually I got to turn this way. It's always crazy curly. So no matter what I do, it looks different. When I was young, I wanted to have Princess Diana hair. It didn't work.
It didn't work. Girl, but why not though? Because what you had to do it a certain way or something, or?
It was never styled. And back in the day, there was no such thing as hair products.
Now, Vanessa, first of all, you're not that old back in the day. Like, get it together, okay?
I'm pushing. I pushed half century, so
I don't believe it, but I'm gonna let you continue with that lie. I'm not gonna bust you out about it. I'm just gonna believe in it, keep it pushing.
Okay.
Absolutely love it. So, Vanessa, besides the literary world, tell us a little bit about you. What is it like in a day in the life of USA Today's bestseller author Vanessa Vale?
Oh, you make everything sound so exciting, and it's not going to be with that question. I'll spin a story. I live in the wild, wild west where there's plenty of hot research everywhere. Chaps, no chaps, cowboy hats, no cowboy hats. They're everywhere around me, and everywhere I turn, there's great research material. I
believe it too.
Yeah.
That's how it is up there in Colorado. I believe it too. I bet it's just like ranches of men just everywhere, every which way. And I write. I think I'm gonna sneeze, so I apologize in advance. But my books are all pretty much based in Montana, and I used to live up there, and there are even more yummy guys up there. Wait, is this a true story? There's yummy guys up there. Oh, I'm going to Montana. Hey, Missy Dunn in the house. That's right, BBS crew. Hey, girl. Hey. We have Vanessa Vale in here, honey. She's telling us about these old cute men. So we're gonna make a trip to old Montana. I had a friend though. She's from Billings, Montana, and she told me that there's some sexy men up there.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I think I need to come there so I can help. I'll be your research assistant.
Anytime. We'll July, because it's warm.
Yeah, so y'all heard it first. Here in July, I'm going to go and be Vanessa's research assistant in Montana. You know what I'm saying?
We got to test everything.
I like that because I'm more of a hands-on kind of girl.
I want everything to be factual in my fiction books.
Yes. I think that works. So I'm with you. Hey, Cheryl, how you doing, darling? Hi, Cheryl. Hey, y'all. Hey. Y'all come on in. Let everybody know that it's 7:00 is Wednesday night. Brown Book Series is on, and we have the fabulous Vanessa Vale is checking in with us tonight. So, Vanessa.
Yes.
Being an author, how did you know that, you know what, I want to be an author. I don't want to do nothing else. Writing is my thing. When did you know this?
I didn't, because I went to art school. I can color inside the lines.
That makes sense to me. Side note, your book, Broken.
Yeah.
Did you do that?
The covers?
Yes.
Yes.
Perfect. I love those covers. I mean, all your covers is hot, but that series,
I love it because I was like, okay, you got like the white background, look grayish or whatever, and it's sketched in. And I was like, oh, I wonder who did that. What made her think of that? And then a little pop of color for the title. That's nice.
Thank you. So to answer your question, I didn't, but back like a while ago, because since I'm only 29, right? At work one day, a colleague and I were chatting about romance books because I love to read them. And he said, how hard can it be to write a romance? And I said, yeah, how hard can it be? Right. Well, I sort of took that to heart and just figured out how hard it really is. And then just kept going.
So you just did it kind of like on a bet, kind of?
Yeah.
So are you're hybrid, correct? Or are you traditionally published?
No, just self-published.
Just indie. Oh my, I should have known that. Because let me tell you something. Your book reads like I talk. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, ain't no way in the whole hell she's gonna be able to publish this with a traditional, because your book is too relatable. You know what I'm saying?
Thank you. I appreciate that. I think that, putting personal or relatable content in it, like things that you mess up. I mean, oh my gosh, how many times have you messed up in a day, into your books? Then everyone can relate. And then you're just like, oh my gosh, I can totally relate with her because you've been there. Maybe not exactly, but in a similar situation, you can feel that embarrassment or that laugh or the cringe moment, whatever it is.
Yes.
So I always try to put something like that in every book because I want the characters, especially the heroines, to be really relatable.
They are. They're real relatable. And your heroes are too. What's one of my favorite books of yours? Oh my God. I'm into like FBI and all that stuff. So Jed, I think his name is Jed and
and North, which is book one of Billionaire Ranch series. Jed is an undercover FBI agent. He's from Montana and he's back undercover because he's actually investigating the heroine who is he knows from a long time ago.
Yeah, now she's like the head of Mason, her dad. Now she's the head of the corporation and all that good stuff. See,
right.
I love that whole little series. I'm like, this is cute. It's 5 men, FBI, and billionaires. This is perfect.
I know they're fun, and like you want an FBI guy to tell you what to do, and he's like, "We're getting out of here. I'm protecting you." The other one, he mistook a twin. Another one was a college professor, and whoops, there's a student that he didn't realize was a student at a certain moment. And then Grumpy Sunshine. Don't we all love a grumpy?
Love a grumpy sunshine.
Yeah.
Right. That's the great. You're absolutely right. Cheryl, yes, I love a beautiful book cover. Cheryl, go to her website or either to Amazon somewhere and look at these book covers. It's like it's broken. It's 3 books. What are they called?
Scarred, Flawed, and Broken in the Billionaires series.
In the Billionaires series. It's awesome. I'm telling you. I was like, who did this?
Thank you.
Let's see. You said what game do you write in? Are you saying what genre do you write in?
We'll just assume it's that. So I write pretty much steamy small towns. Most of them are cowboys, but I'm sort of taking the cowboy hat off the guys. Don't worry, I take the pants off too.
Thank you. Please, yes. Okay, cool.
So the cowboy hat and the pants both come off. So I've been writing steamy small town, but I have a lot of cowboys.
She has a lot of cowboys, y'all. And
I have done historical, and they're fun because historical cowboys are great because you don't have to worry about all the stuff modern things have, but yeah, I like contemporary.
I absolutely love it. And speaking of liking contemporary and all that good stuff, it brings us to the first segment here at the Brown Book Series called Name That Book, where we take a synopsis, a character, or a passage from one of your books, and you have to name that book.
I have over 80 books. I'm going to fail.
I know. You're not. Because I was like, don't go. I told my team, don't go all the way back.
Please don't, because I actually have to secretly ask my private Facebook group trivia questions about my books because I can't remember things.
Get it together, Vanessa. Hey, Renata. Hey, y'all. Hey, Midnight Ace Book Bar. You got to check out Midnight Ace Book Bar too, Vanessa. She also has a platform where she talks to all these different authors, wonderful people like you. Like her stuff is off the chain over there too. They're more over here. We're more with the shits and the shenanigans, and they get in depth over there with the books.
I will have to I'll have to prep myself. So
yeah, reach out to prep yourself. Yes, we see, Cheryl, we had you.
We got your back.
Yeah, we knew it was genre, girl. We got you. All right, let's see here. So, and if we give you a name, because you have some series. So if I give you a name of a character, I mean wherever they at the start of that book.
Well, you should use the name Sam and Jackson, because I discovered that I have 3 books with Sam in it and 3 with Jackson.
But their last names are different.
They are. Oh gosh, last names too. Okay, let's try it. Let's go.
Hey, but it's Vanessa. Don't be trying to change the name. It's passages, synopsis, or something related to one of your books.
Okay, let's do it. Let's see what happens.
Hey, let's see what happens. I mean, hell, what else? I mean, come on. Wait, now I got scared. Wait a minute. Okay, here I go. You ready? All right, name that book. I'm gonna read it to you, so both of us don't have to put our glasses on. Okay. All right, name that book. Here we go. That's why I avoid flings, honey. Relationships or hookups until I'm positioned to pretend to sleep with the woman.
I don't know.
You don't know at all?
It would be, I guess it's like one of the billionaire ranch guys. Maybe well, their names are easy: north, south, east, and west. So it has to be east.
That's what I'm talking about, Vanessa.
I had to think hard.
You did great. Oh my God, I love East. I don't know why, but I do.
He's the professor who is propositioned at a bar to pretend to sleep with a woman, and he's like, "Why pretend?" And turns out she's his student.
Right. I was here for all of it, and I thought he was gonna stop sleeping with her. I'm like, oh, I hope they don't stop sleeping with her, because I was like, oh, this is it made it even interesting.
Why on earth would I do that? I thought we were buds. No way.
I didn't know. I thought you was trying to pull a fast one over me. I'm like,
I take care of you. I got you.
Yeah, see, that's why we right here, because
I got you.
Make sure I'm good. All right, name that book. You're gonna get this one. They don't call him the outlaw.
This would be Strong and Steady with Gray. He is my favorite hero.
He is.
And a inside tip for you guys is that I wrote that book first as an urban romance. It was actually set in Baltimore. I don't live anywhere near there, but I actually am from Baltimore. But it was set there to begin with, and it wasn't as well received because I don't write urban.
Right.
And so I actually had to move him to small town. But he's just yummy because he's so protective, and he's my favorite. And it's more of a slow burn. They get there, and boy, did they get there. But
it's a slow burn, and it's 2 books in this series, right?
Yes.
Wow.
Yes. Because those were 2 books that I just had to write. You know how you got one of those stories in your head and you got to do it? Yeah. I didn't have the idea for the 3rd one. And I just moved on.
You said, fuck it, I'm out.
Done. Yeah.
I love it.
I love those guys.
You're doing great. See, I knew you were going to do great, Vanessa. All right. Next up, name that book. Character.
Oh, okay. This is in one of the Wild Mountain Men books. So there's Mountain Darkness, Delight, something, and Danger. So it's got to be She's in a lot of them. So, but she's the heroine who gets 2 heroes of her own in her own book.
Listen, I know you was gonna get her, and you know I was gonna talk about her, because I'm gonna feel like how she end up in a threesome, and I'm here for all of it. Like, when you started to write this book, did you know that it's going to be 2 men that fall in love with her? Like, did you already have it set up?
Well, don't forget, this is the 4th book in the series. So all 4 of them have 2 heroes in them. So of course she had to have them. So I do write a large number of menage books. So
you do. Why is that, Vanessa?
Well,
tell the truth. Tell the truth.
Okay, so I'm married. I've been married this year 25 years. To one guy. So I think all you ladies out there, maybe some guys too, can agree that reading about one guy is fine, but reading about 2 in your bed is even better.
It's way better.
You know, I like to sit down with a book and have it be a lot of fantasy. And when there's two guys that are making everything about the woman, I'm all over that.
You're right about it.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, that's how I got hooked on your books, man.
They are not neglected. These women are not neglected.
They are not neglected at all. And I was so in a turmoil with a couple of your books because I was like, dang, do we got to choose a hero for her? Can she just leave with everybody? Like, how does this work? But you take care of it all.
Yeah. I think it's everyone loves that fantasy, right? I think guys, they fantasize about being with two women. So why can't we have that?
I love you, Vanessa. Ugh.
I mean, I don't want two husbands. I mean, that's a lot of work, but
no, we don't want two husbands. We just want a husband and a boyfriend. I don't want two.
One that like cleans or, not that my husband doesn't clean, but you get my point.
I got your point. I'm with you on all that. All right. Next up, name that book. I have no idea. I added, finally answering his question. We were asleep and she just didn't wake up.
Okay, so someone must have died.
She just didn't wake up. I don't know what to tell you.
I don't know.
She got delivered over here, and
I don't know.
Wow.
Oh, okay, that's way back. Okay, great. So that's where she is traveling on historical stagecoach to the West, and a woman is going to meet. She's a mail order bride, and the woman who dies, she falls asleep, and she wakes up, and the woman who she's traveling with is dead, and so she actually takes over the mail order bride spot of the dead woman.
Isn't it awesome?
I think it's so good.
It was good. I was like, what the whole hell is going on? Then in the chat, they clowned me. They was like, they said Missy said you're in trouble because I put my glasses on. Listen, right.
I'm right there with you.
Thank you. They know, honey. When I put my glasses on, I mean business. She banging. She getting it. She got all of it. She be trying.
I can probably give the plots after. Okay. Keep going.
Okay, she ready, y'all.
No neglected women. I am here for ladies and all their fantasy needs.
I'm with it. Y'all know how I am. I like to read books like that. Mm-hmm. All right, next up.
Okay.
That book. Here we go. I'm looking for Mr. Right. Date after blind date. They're all duds. None of them meet the requirements on my man's list. Yay! It's Man Candy. First of all, you guys, it just came out yesterday. So happy release.
Thank you.
This is the new release from your on a Manhunt series. It's Man Candy. Tell us a little bit about this book. First of all, tell us about the series and then tell us about that book.
So I don't have a bookshelf. So the reason why I'm sitting like this in a corner is because I don't have one. So I wanted to put these books up and look like it's all fancy. And
like an author, y'all. She's trying to look like an author.
So I look all fancy, but I'm wearing my Christmas socks, as I said earlier. So this is the first two books in the On a Manhunt series. I wanted to have a series about women who were literally on a manhunt for guys. I wanted to play on it because it takes place in a small town in Montana. So instead of being on a manhunt like a romantic suspense where they're actually chasing a bad guy, these are ladies who are on the prowl, right? So Manhunt's book one, and it has themes of 16 candles in it.
Oh.
I love Jake Ryan.
Okay.
I love him. And if you know 16 Candles, then you'll know who he is. And because I was of the age of the characters in 16 Candles when that came out. So I was just like, oh, I want him. Anyway, I love the elements of 16 Candles where he gets her sex quiz that she wrote. So in this book, the heroine has to write a sex quiz for a ladies' night. And by accident, she emails it to her billionaire boss. So he gets her sex quiz and knows all her naughty secrets and wants to fulfill all of them.
All of them.
I'm not going to say if he does or not, but I'm not going to say if he does or not. Anyway,
No,
so that's book one.
The question is he the only one that fulfills? Because you know
he is. These are all male, female. So 4 billionaire brothers are introduced in this series. So the first 4 books are the 4 brothers. Man Candy is the professional hockey player brother number 2. And he is in love with this heroine's older sister. So it's reverse age gap, forced proximity, only one bed, sports romance, hockey romance, contemporary billionaire, small town. It's got all the good stuff in it. And he falls first. He sees her, says he's going to marry her, even gets a ring. And then he's got to work for it.
I absolutely love it.
And then this book that doesn't exist over here is Man Cave. And I'm working on it right now. And it's brother number 3. He's a doctor and he has relocated to the small town in Montana and is he's a trauma surgeon. So he's real linear and he's been inside a hospital for 15 years. So he's kind of figuring out how to have some fun. And the best friend of the first heroine is the one to show it to him.
I absolutely love it. Now, what made you come up with the name? I know the whole manhunt, but you know the Man Candy, Man
Cave, and I can't decide on book 4 yet. But book 5, I'll give you guys a secret. Is I dropped a reference to a tree service gentleman, and his dad owns it. The dad's going to be 40, so what's going to happen is the heroine is going to end up dating the father, and it's going to be called Manscape. Like landscape, but manscape. So that's going to be book 5. So I'm going to keep going. And so I've got a list of all the different man somethings.
That's what's up. So how many books right now do you know you want to have in this series?
I'm just going to keep on going because I really love world building. I love doing that. I love wanting to, as a reader, I love to come back to the same town, the same friends, the same group of family all the time. And so I want to give that to my readers. And I'm hoping to kind of keep going with it. I'm dabbling in new characters as I go. So there's a yoga instructor with a daughter. There's, like I mentioned, the father lumberjack guy. There's going to be more hockey players. So I'm dropping people as I go so that I can just keep going.
I absolutely love that. That's what's up.
It's going to be fun.
It's gonna be real fun. I love that. You know, going back real quick to your publishing, you being an indie author.
Yeah.
Did you ever want to be traditionally published? Like, did you ever submit your stuff to get published? And then, you were just like, you know what, I'm good. I'm just gonna wait. Any rejection letters, or did you just always know you was gonna do indie?
Well, I did publish the very first 5 books I did back in 2015 with a small publisher that I'm not going to name because they turned out not to be very good option. Yeah, so they were there with them, and there was just 5. But I wanted to go with them just to get exposure and get out there. It was a win-win situation at the time. But ever since then, nope, they're all indie. Would I love a big publishing contract? Absolutely. I would definitely love to hear from anyone out there. So, but I do enjoy self-publishing because it really makes it easy because lately I've been kind of writing on a whim. Like my ideas come to me not as frequently as they used to. So it gives me a little more flex time on when I want to put something out.
I absolutely love it. Hey y'all, listen, this Brown Book Series. Welcome everyone. Welcome everyone who's in the chat room. They're all saying happy book birthday to you, Vanessa.
Thank you.
And also, do you have any questions for Vanessa? While we got it here, y'all have any questions for Vanessa Vale, USA Today's best-selling author, please just put them in the chat and she's going to answer your questions, honey. Love it, love it. And by the way, you guys, while you're on here with me, I know you got another screen up, honey. Go on in one click and get this Man Candy, honey. It came out yesterday. So go ahead on and get
Let me do the pose.
Do the pose, girl. Yeah. Oh, Vanna. Girl, Vanna ain't got nothing on you. You hear me? She got nothing on you, Vanessa. I absolutely love it. And speaking of love and all the good stuff, it's bringing us to the next segment here at the Brown Book Series called Who'd You Rather? When we take your heroes, we pit them against each other, and you let us know who you want to have a one-night stand with.
See, the thing is, I usually pick both.
See, I know, but this time you got to make a choice, Vanessa. A choice, okay? We know it's gonna be
But the theme lately has been why choose?
You know what? Fuck it. We ain't gonna even play it. Look.
I'm just gonna say yes.
No, you go
yes.
You go
okay, I'll pick one.
Even though, you know, a lot of them had two people, it's always one. You just be like, oh, God.
Okay, I'll pick one.
Yes. So pick the oh my God one. Okay. Ready? I told her don't give me two hard ones. Just give me something simple.
Okay.
That you can remember. Who'd you rather? Jack Reed or Sam Carter?
I don't know who either of them are.
Oh my God. Sam is what
I'm sorry, but I don't know names in real life. Like everyone needs a name tag.
Right.
So I can't remember my characters from last book. I'm going to say Jack Reed because remember I said like 10 minutes ago that I have three characters named Jack and 3 named Sam?
Yes, and then they would pick these. I'm like, yeah, because the last name, but she don't even remember last name.
I truly have no idea who they are, but they're both exceptional. They both are well endowed. They both are very talented and skilled, and they like to go downtown. There's no question that they go downtown all the time. All the time.
And your first page, are they going?
Right, and I always like to put a scene at the very beginning of every book that lures you in. I wouldn't say they're all sexy times, but a lot of them are. And I think actually in Man Candy, for example, in the very first paragraph, he's downtown.
He's downtown. The very first, I was like,
I mean, I literally can open it up and I can show you the text. It literally says he's downtown.
I'm not even going to have you read it. I'm not even have you read it. We're going to make them go and look at it. So she has 3 Sams and 3 Jacks.
I do. I don't know who they are. And I apologize. I know it seems like it, but I actually have 80 books. And in half of them, I have 2 men, sometimes 3. So I can't keep them all. I have too many men in my stable.
You have too many men. I love it. But you know what? Hold on. Because I think these, though, Shane.
Okay. Now, this helps. I know these 2.
I know. Okay. Yeah, you know those 2. So who
okay. Finch, if I remember correctly, was like a forest ranger, and I mean, he's got a lot of wood. Shane Nickel, I think, is the son of a movie star, and so he definitely. I'm going to go with Finch because
I went with Finch too.
I mean, he's out in the woods all day, and he's got wood of his own.
He sure do. You know.
So we'll just go with that.
We're gonna go with Finch because you're gonna have. I recently read this book, honey, again, and yeah, Finch can get it all day, every day. All right. Next up, who'd you rather? Let's see if you remember.
Okay. Well, I don't. Oh, this is mean.
I know.
Okay, so the reason why it's mean is because Grayson Green is the hero in book 1, Strong and Steady, which I mentioned earlier, and he's my favorite hero. Yeah. He's a little older, and so he's got things figured out. Reed Johnson actually is in book 2, and he's his fighter. So Reed Johnson is a fighter, and he comes across a professor she's a professor of art history, and she's got serious problems going on, and he rescues her like there's no one's business. I'm going to go with Grayson because he's my man.
Because he's your man. You already said he's going to go with Grayson. I was like, listen.
But Reed's he's a good. If I was going for younger, I'd go with him.
Okay. All right. I love it. All right, let's go to the chat real quick before we get into author's moments. Renata wants to know, do you have any characters that resemble your husband?
I will say they all do. Because my husband plays hockey. So I'm going to say this guy. We do a lot of research.
Yeah, I'm gonna be there in July. Okay. It's beautiful. For the ones who just chiming in, Vanessa's she's gonna take me to Montana with her in July, and then we're gonna do research because there's a lot of fine men there, and I need to
rodeos every which way.
All that, yeah. So we're gonna do that. All right, Missy, want to know what app on your phone do you open every day and why?
So funny thing is that I'm terrible with my phone. Ask my children who are old. So the only apps I have on my phone are Instagram and TikTok because I'm trying to be really good and be on them as an author. As regular me, I think I have like the Southwest app. See, that face is like, wah, wah, wah.
You be traveling, so hell, you got
right. That means something, right?
Right.
I have nothing sexy or cool on my phone.
Just pictures of fine men from research.
No, I got nothing. I got nothing on my phone. I hate using a phone. I'm terrible.
We're gonna have to talk to you about.
Sorry, I'm sorry. Love
Yeah.
a good rodeo. I do too. They are, yeah. Oh. And here in Colorado, they have the stock show in January.
Oh, wow.
So you don't even have to go into the countryside for rodeos. It's right downtown Denver. All the cowboys come to town and they have huge rodeos there. What? In the wintertime.
Oh my, so wait. Oh, so will you be outside? Like when
it's inside. They're inside in like like an arena or whatever. So
Right.
They're inside. So in January. So the stock show is famous and it's in Denver in January. And so we can see hot rodeo guys in the wintertime. And then we can go traveling into Montana and other places during the summer. There's Cheyenne Frontier Days in Wyoming in July. We can work our way up the west.
I love this. This is perfect.
I know. It's like you can come in the wintertime, you can come in the summer. They're everywhere.
Yeah, common is the key word. So next up, let's see. Midnight Ace wants to know who is more difficult to write, hero or heroine?
I think hero, just because I'm not a guy. So I can relate to ladies, and I like to put in ladies challenges because oh my gosh, how many times have we been through crazy stuff? But I have 2 boys and a husband. So I'm a house of boys. I'm the only girl. And so, they talk about farts and everything. So I'm used to all the boy shenanigans. So, I'm going to say the heroes are harder.
The heroes are harder. Okay, I can get that. Let's see. One more from the chat.
Okay.
Missy wants to know, if a movie was made about your life, what star would you want to play you?
Everyone says that I look like Sandra Bullock, but I would want to make sure that she had a sequin jumpsuit on in like that movie, because that would be me.
I can see that.
But I also have been told I look like Julia Roberts, but I'm so much younger than she is. So
I can see that too, though.
But I think Sandra Bullock, because she was in that movie, The Lost City or whatever, and she played a romance writer. And
yes, what's her name? No,
and she had on a pink sequined jumpsuit for a book signing thing. And I've actually been looking online for one because I'm going to be doing a book signing this year, and I want to wear it.
I can see that.
And I'll have to straighten my hair for it. And but yeah, I'm thinking like fuchsia. If you guys know where to find a fuchsia sequined pantsuit, let me know.
Okay, y'all know, going out there, get it together. Yes, Sandra Bullock is a good option. I can see that now.
And she's practiced.
That's true. Right. Yeah. I can see that now. Cheryl says I'm checking out your calendar. Yes, Cheryl. Yay. Yes. Go check it out. Go check her out, honey. Go check it out. She is she's wonderful. All right, author's moments. Let's see here. We asked a bunch of different questions. Just give us your honest answer, as honest as you can be.
Okay, I'll try to be honest.
You listen. You already real honest.
No, you need to be less honest, please.
No, you're good. Keep like that. Author's moments. What's your most urgent priority for the rest of the year, both in the literary world and in your personal life?
This is like one of those questions you get asked at a job interview. I thought we got rid of those after COVID.
No,
where you're like,
no, because we want to know all things Vanessa. You know how we are. We know. We want to be like
author moment. So I have to answer as an author or as a me.
As a you.
As a me, I have my younger son is graduating from high school and going off to college in the fall. And my most urgent priority is to empty nest the hell out of the fall.
You are you want to be by yourself.
So Mr. Vale and I are going to be empty nesting.
Researching
the hell out of our nest.
I absolutely love it. Now, in the literary world, as an author, what are you doing for the rest of the year?
And so I'm writing these man guys right here. That's what I'm going to be tackling. I'm going to be doing a book signing here in Denver called Readers Take Denver, actually at the end of this month. And then I go quiet. I'm going to enjoy the warm weather when it finally comes. I say this every spring. I'm like, I'm going outside. I'm not coming back in. I'm going to be researching.
Yeah. I absolutely love it. Now, Man Candy. How long did it take you to write this book?
It takes me about 6 weeks to 2 months to write a book. Depends. Sometimes when I get going, I can write pretty fast, and I can even write faster than that if I really had to. But I've been pacing myself these days. The new one that I'm working on, Man Cave, I've been thinking about it for a little while now, and I had a breakthrough on my story idea. So the words are starting to come pretty fast. It comes out May 9th, so I have about a month to get that done.
Yeah, I absolutely love it. So are you consider what they call it, a pantser or a plotter?
Oh, I am such a pantser. Pants. Sometimes it's like short pants because I pants, but I do know that there's certain elements I have to include in my story. And if I don't have them, then the story doesn't go anywhere. But I do like to have the beginning scene. Remember I said I wanted to write the 16 candles sex quiz thing. So I had that story. This one, I wanted them in the beginning of this book. I'm not giving any away because in the first chapter, which I have shared online before, she wakes up in Vegas married to the hockey player without remembering it. So I want those things to start off, and then I pretty much pants the hell out of the rest of it.
I absolutely love that. You know, I woke up plenty of times in Vegas and not knowing what the hell didn't happen.
Right. So, I mean, and it's possible you've been married 3 times and don't even know it.
And don't even know it. You know what I'm saying? And I wish, you know, at this point, I'm just going to put out like something to figure out, did it happen to me? You know, is the guy like a billionaire? Like, where is he now?
Right.
Figure that out. You gotta help me with that later on.
And that could be a story right there, because if you did do it 3 times, then you get all 3 of the guys.
Menage.
That's a good idea, actually.
Great idea.
We have to co-write now.
Okay, I'm with it. Let's do it. My juice is already flowing. Let's go.
And think about the research that you could do.
No, in July, I'm coming. I'm telling you, I'm with it. Author's moments in being a novelist. What did you learn a little too late?
I think that I'm pretty fastidious. I discovered late in life that I'm a perfectionist. Like, my house isn't clean and my hair is always a mess, but I am very, very particular about my author stuff. And so I think I'm learning now, the older I get, that I need to like take a step back and like, it's going to be okay. It doesn't have to be perfect.
Right. I love that.
I mean, that's not really that sexy, but yeah.
But no, it's what you learned. It's your truth, you know?
Yeah.
It's your truth.
It's like you need to just step back and take a breath. Just, yeah.
New set of eyes. I get it. Renata says research takes on a whole new meaning for her now. Yes.
That's the perk about being a fiction writer, where you can make up whatever you want. I can go research the heck out of it. Like, so we have a hot tub in our backyard, and Mr. Vale and I go in the hot tub. And in one of my books, I think you probably recognize this, there was a skunk incident.
Yes.
That was a real life experience.
Really?
In our backyard, Mr. Vale and I were in there, and I thought I heard like a little crunching because walking around, and I look over, I thought maybe it was a rabbit, because we have rabbits a lot in the summertime, and it was a skunk. And I like ducked down because I don't want the skunk to see me in the hot tub and spray. And yeah.
That's crazy, because I read that and I was like, I'm laughing, right? Because back up. Some of your books are very humorous. I'm like, are they supposed to be a rom-com? Like, a lot of them are funny as hell. So yeah, so when I read that, I'm like, oh my God, is this true? Then to find out that it is true, I'm like, crazy.
Yes, and something in this story, I'm not going to give it away, with an animal happened, and it is true. It happened to me.
I read that book, so I know what you're talking about.
That happened to me.
Really?
Really.
You're gonna have to come back on here so we can tell everybody what happened to you after
I wasn't inside, but I was outside, and I was on the phone, and I screamed bloody murder. I was fine, just FYI.
Okay.
But no one came to help.
Where was Mr. Vale?
He wasn't even in town. I was actually visiting my parents out of state. And my father didn't even come out of the house to see. I was like, I just screamed bloody murder. Don't you want to know what's going on? And yeah.
Did he hear you?
Yes.
He's just like, oh, she's just out there being extra again. You know what? I love it.
Then I told him what happened, and he didn't believe me. Then I picked up my leg and showed him my Christmas socks. And then he's like, holy shit, really? So now you all have to read the book, because as you heard, I was attacked by an animal.
You have to read the book. I did not know that was for real.
Yeah. So, I mean, the research isn't all sexy times. It's also animal problems and like waxing issues and waking up next to dead people, although I didn't do that one. But yeah.
And now I feel bad because it was true and I laughed.
No, you're supposed to laugh because it was funny. I laugh all the time about it now.
Okay, because I sure laughed at your ass.
Oh no, it's supposed to be funny.
It was funny. I was like, is this supposed to be a rom-com?
I think it's funny because Dex is hilarious.
Dex is sexy.
He's a sexy dude.
Oh my God, I love Dex. Dex is sexy as all.
That's this guy.
Yes, yeah, hey y'all. That's man candy guy. Yeah, he's sexy, y'all. He's sexy, and I love his name.
He goes downtown too. In the beginning of the book. All through the book.
When you open your book, I love it because like the first page, you're like, oh, shit. And you know how some people write the first page and hey, you're like, oh damn. But then you get on to the next chapter. You're like, oh, okay. So
it's like,
yeah, she gave it all in the front, you know. But
so
no,
do you remember back in the day seeing Indiana Jones at the movie theater?
Yeah.
You know, like he has to like get that oh, here's my water bottle. He takes that thing and he trades it, and then he runs and there's the ball and everything, the rolling ball, and he goes off in the plane. You know that whole scene?
Yep.
Well, when I saw it in the theater when it came out, and I remember the entire theater was like, oh, and they started clapping. It was just like, oh my God. Yeah. And so it was like the best movie intro, in my opinion, ever. I'm sure there's a lot of discussions. There's a lot more, but that one's my favorite.
Right.
And so I like to have those kinds of scenes where the readers are like, oh, what the hell? Or like, oh my, I need new panties. You know, whatever it is, I want to put it in there so that they know what's coming and what to expect. So like settle in, get your wine, get your blanket, you know, put the kids outside, whatever you need to do, and settle in.
Yo, and again, I'm not just saying because you're here. Well, you wouldn't be here if I didn't like your stuff. But your books are good.
Thank
and
you.
They're like not, you know, some people just write some stuff and just may be, you know, you're like, nah, that ain't good. What is it? So corny? It's not. It's like, yo, this is some real stuff. Like I just said all this like last week. Like, you know, it's like it was some real stuff. So I really appreciate that.
Thank you. Well, Montana Fire, which is one of my older books,
right? It
was published middle of my pile, but it was actually the first book I wrote, and it was based off of my life in Montana. So the mother-in-law in the series is the adult store owner. It was my next door neighbor, and she had 2 boys. They were mine. They were based off of my kids because we had the deer outside. One of my kids got his arm stuck in a patio umbrella stand, just like in the thing. And so it was based off of my life. Now, my husband always is mad because in the first book I wrote, the husband dies, right? Well, the husband is irrelevant in the story because he was a jerk and he was dead before the book started.
Okay.
And it's all about her meeting a hot fireman neighbor. So he's always mad that he got killed off in the first book, but he really didn't.
He lives in he morphed into the hot.
Right. Yeah. I mean, and he's right here in the hockey book and
throughout all your books.
Yeah, he's everywhere.
You even had menage a trois going on.
Right.
You know? See?
He's everywhere.
He's everywhere. Men, they just don't. They're so unappreciative.
But they go down.
I love it. Yes, love it. All right, author's moments. If you could have tea with one fictional character of yours, who would it be?
I'd still go with Grayson Green, but I will switch it up so that I can think of somebody else. I would have to say Jed, the guy that you mentioned, who is the FBI undercover guy in book 1, North of the Billionaire Ranch series, because he's an undercover cowboy. He's tired, a little burnt with his job, and he sees her and wants her. He actually shows up at the wake of her father in the first chapter and propositions her.
And right there next to the dead man.
Yeah.
I said,
well, not really right next to the dead man. He's like, he's dead. Let's get it on. You hated him. And so she clears out the wake and gets it on.
I love it. I was a little at first because I was like, oh my God, that's his little brothers. But we ain't gonna tell the whole thing. But I was like, that little brother, did he knocking it down? But then I was like, hell, ain't no fun if the homie can't get none. So
he had his chance.
He did, and he right.
Yeah.
I love it. I absolutely love it. All right, author's moments. Something deep. Here you go. If you could sit down with your 15-year-old self, what would you tell her?
Use hair products.
You know what? They didn't have them back then, Vanessa.
I know. I would say just wait. I mean, 15's terrible. I would say use sunscreen. Your boobs will come in. I mean,
I love it. 15 was a hard year.
I mean, like really, that's maybe like 17, 19. 19 is such a good year. I mean, 15, it's like so much is going on, but yeah.
Awkward, everything. Yeah.
Awkward. Yeah.
The world is ending. Nothing is right.
Right. And I mean, like it was in the 80s. Your clothes were horrible.
Yeah. Cyndi Lauper at his best.
Yeah. There's no win in there.
None at all. All right. Author's moments. What would your pen name be?
Well, I do have a pen name. That is my pen name. So
why did you pick Vanessa Vale as your pen name?
This is actually kind of, I think it's a little funny story. So I was trying to come up with a pen name. And back in the day, like someone on the Today Show or whatever had a baby and they named her Vale.
Oh.
I don't know who it was. And I apologize to whomever it is. I don't remember the name, but I will say it's a lovely name. And it was lovely enough where I was like, I like that name. And I was like, I want to name her Vale. And my friend was like, hell no. Not because the woman on the Today Show chose poorly, but it wasn't a good first name for a pen name for romance. And so she's like, you can make it a last name. And I said, great. Okay. So then I had the last name. And then we had to come up with first names to go with it. And alliteration is always nice. And then that's how it came around.
I absolutely love that. Now, have you ever thought about, coming up with a different pen name?
The hardest part about being an author is crafting a brand around a name, kind of like Kate Spade Bags or Target or anything like that. That branding is really, really tough. And I want to be known as the hopefully the go-to person for spicy small town romance. So it takes a lot of work to be like, oh, Vanessa Vale, I know her because blah, right? So if I come up with a new pen name, I got to start all over.
Yeah, you're right.
I'm too old and tired for that. So
listen, because you keep going downtown with all these men. That's why, you know what I'm saying?
Well, I mean, I don't. Yeah, why do I need to get a new pen name when this one is doing a fine job of satisfying women everywhere?
You're right about it, because I am thoroughly satisfied. You are absolutely.
And your significant others probably agree.
Oh yeah, they're like, I think he might have called me Vanessa the other day. I don't know. I was like, no problem, him either,
Like going whatever you want as long as don't stop.
As long as you don't stop. I was like, I'm gonna put my little curly wig on and everything. So I'm with all of it. I'm with all of it. Author's moments. Vanessa, what's something you try really hard to like but just couldn't?
Eggs.
I hear a lot about that with eggs with people.
I hate eggs with a passion. Like they're disgusting. If you put eggs in front of me, I will tell you all my deepest, darkest secrets. I can't eat them. I can't handle it. No way.
Okay, so first 48 is Vanessa ever get in trouble and you need her to snitch, just put some eggs in front of her.
Yeah, pretty much egg salad. Make me eat this egg salad sandwich, and I will. I'll be your bitch.
I love it. Absolutely love it. Author's moments. If money was no object, where would you live?
That's a tough one. I would say in July, I would live in Montana.
Okay.
Right now, I would live in Savannah, Georgia, because it's like, all the flowers are out and it's gorgeous. Switzerland, Hawaii. I mean, I'd move all over. Did I say that I am empty nesting come September?
Did, and you said more than once. So
I'm going to be hitting all those spots.
You cannot wait. Do you start get upset if you hear you say, "Oh my God, I can't wait till you get the hell out"? Like,
I feel really confident that he's saying himself, "Get me the hell out of here." And you know what that's a sign of is that he's ready to go and he's happy.
And you're like, that's great. Because as long as he's happy, that's all we want.
Right. These kids, we got, with past couple of years, he's excited and I'm excited that he's got something to be excited about.
That's what's up. I love it. I love it. All right. Dead or alive, Vanessa? If you were hosting a dinner party and could invite 5 people from any era, who would it be?
I would do those Victorians or the Edwardians in England, like, where they have just their outfits and their hair, everything is just so lovely and stiff. But underneath they're doing all kinds of sassy, dirty, naughty stuff.
Oh my God. So you have all 5, you have 5 of them at a dinner party?
I have to pick 5 different eras or all from the same one?
5, any era, 5 different people.
Oh, yeah, I'm just going to go with that because that's too confusing of a question for me. I'm reading it and I'm like, what?
You have like 5 people you want to have. It's a dinner party. You invite 5 people from any era, from anywhere, from any time. Like some people be like, oh, I want to invite, what's her name? Jay Austen. I'm like, okay.
I know. See, and it's so sad that you have to explain the question to me.
No, it's not.
I don't really know.
She's like, I just told you I'm trying to kick
this one stumped. Move on because I'm embarrassing myself. I don't. This is not processing. Just move on.
Like, I just told you I'm ready for my son to leave. I'm not having no dinner party and inviting 5 more people.
Yeah, like we're using paper plates.
You know what? They love your person. They love your personality. Vanessa is our kind of girl. She's our kind of girl. We absolutely love it. So no dead or alive for Vanessa. Let's go back to her author's moments real quick.
Okay, you're like, oh God, let's get out of here.
No. You good. You good. Let's see. I got your back. I follow you. You like, let's roll. I'm like, let's roll. We out. All right, cool. Here we go. Author's moments. What's one dream that you've tucked away? Yeah, come on.
I want to fly. Not like weird. Yes, I'd like to be a bird, but I would love to be like a fighter pilot.
Oh, that would be hot.
Or not like a Southwest plane pilot, but like the good kind of pilot, or like a helicopter pilot, where you like swoop around. I just want to fly.
Can you fly though? Like, have you ever had like lessons?
Oh, no.
Oh, okay. It's a dream. Shit, I got you. I got you. That would be hot. I can see that too.
Yeah.
Like cute little pilot outfits and stuff. But
you get up front there. You get to like see everything from a different view, and I like to be in control. So I'm taking this plane where I want it to go.
Hey, I'm with you on that.
I also probably would throw up within 5 minutes of doing like the loop-de-loop. So it wouldn't last very long, but it is a dream.
Yeah, I'm not flying with Vanessa. I just changed my mind. Okay, author's moment. You and your husband. It wouldn't be romance if we didn't ask. What's the craziest thing you guys ever done with each other?
So I've been with my husband over 30 years. So you would think that we've got a long list of crazy things. I guess getting pregnant, because really, look what we got into.
Is this interview? Is it time to be done with the interview yet, Vanessa?
We're not that crazy. We are so boring. So boring. I'd have nothing crazy. I don't know. I'm sorry. We're just normal, boring people. We like to travel, so anything crazy. I took my kids. We went swimming with whale sharks over. So we do like to do adventures.
That's crazy.
So it wasn't with Mr. Vale, but it's just, yeah, we like to do crazy things.
Oh, so you went with your kids. You didn't do
Well, yeah, because my younger one took a class on, marine biology, and we're like, oh, let's swim with whale sharks. And then, of course, I was fortunate enough to be able to pull it off. And so we went, and there's video. You can go to my Facebook group and see me swimming with a big ass whale shark.
Oh yeah, I love it. I'm gonna have to go over there and do that.
Oh, it's like, it's crazy.
Yeah, Missy, she's running from skunk from the hot tub.
Okay, that was crazy, but that wasn't intentional.
That was intentional.
We were unclothed. Oh. So it was an unclothed outdoor skunk moment.
She's about to menage with the skunk. I can't take it. I cannot take it. I love it. Vanessa, this has brought us to the end of our interview.
Oh no. I had too much fun. That went so fast.
I know. You have fun. Let me tell you, when you're having fun, it's wonderful. We have one question left.
Okay.
But before we ask this last question, tell us all things Vanessa. They can go your website, your social handles, and where can they go pick up Man Candy. You might as well, when you're there, get book 1 as well, and then wait on book 3 because it's going to be out in May.
Yes.
So give us all your information.
Okay. So I'm gonna hold up because my name I think is in front of me. So Manhunt is book 1. Man Candy is 2. You can get them on your favorite retailer. I'm wide, so everywhere. You can find me on my website is vanessavaleauthor.com. You can find me on Facebook. Just look up Vanessa Vale. I have a private Facebook group called The Wagon Train because I wrote a lot of cowboys. You can probably do a search for Vanessa Vale's Wagon Train and you can swing on by. There are tons of hot cowboys and hot men pictures in there. Tons. That's all we post pretty much. I am on Instagram at Vanessa Vale Author, all underscores between them. And then on TikTok, don't laugh because I'm old, but it's Vanessa Vale Author over there. So I think that's all of them.
That's good. Hell, that's a lot. I
think I answered your question probably too thoroughly.
And then you can just go to the website. You know, her website has everything listed on there as well. You can just go there and it will take you to everywhere she's.
I should have just said that.
No, I got your back. So
yeah,
I got you. No problem. All right, Vanessa. Last question.
Okay.
If you were writing a book about your life, what would the title be?
Am I allowed to be funny?
Very.
Instead, anal.
May I ask why?
Because I am fastidious. I can juggle 47 balls at once. I'm very much of a control freak. So I'm anal. And then I write about hot guys and a lot of menage.
I love it. I absolutely love it.
So yeah, it's a little weird, totally inappropriate, but
it's not
scarily relevant.
It's like this is the right type of show for all that. Everything.
And when you said I could, be a little naughty, then I figured it would probably be a good closing thing.
You can do everything here. Even if you want to just come back and be like, Shay, I just want to come back and just curse for an hour. I'm like, no problem. Just
I'll have to practice that one.
Exactly. Over here, this show is all about the shenanigans. We have fun. We ask you who you want to sleep with. And then we ask you what you did when you was 15. We just want to know all things Vanessa. I believe in sometimes once you get to know the author, it don't matter what they write. We buy all of it because we just love your personality. We love everything about you. And we're just going to buy your books.
Thank you. Thank you. I had so much fun.
I had so much fun. So, ladies and gentlemen, please give a very warm welcome one more time for USA Today's bestseller author, Miss Vanessa Vale.
Thank you.
Thank you. And you guys, make sure you check us out next week. We'll have USA Today's bestseller author, Brittany Cherry in the house. Ooh. And after that, BB Easton will be stopping by and A.L. Jackson. So, go to our website, BarbaSeries.com, and we're going to have everybody over there who's going to be here. And you can also, if you missed this show, you can just do the replay and make sure you share it. Tell your friends that Vanessa Vale was here, honey, and she did the damn thing. And we'll see you guys on next week. Bye. Hold on, Vanessa.
For you, it's for us, the fantasy. No one can judge us, no one can judge us. This is for us. Open up your brown book, baby. Open up your brown book, baby. Open up your brown book.